Hello, and once again, welcome back to my podcast. Uh, really, this is not like any other episode where I only talk about politics or any other thing. So, I was really taking a long break. Really, I don't know why I took that break. I really don't know what I was doing in those days, or really, I was recording almost every week, almost for 3 4 days. Once for 3 4 days I was recording. I can promise you for that. But I really didn't got anything worthy to upload to you. Why? Because I have done many mistakes in my past episodes. Like I just recorded some episodes and then I uploaded like the hell. So this is an idea of my upcoming episode. So when I get idea, I make a trailer and then I start researching or preparing about that episode, and I will be uploading at a later date, which I'll be announcing soon. So for now, just listen to this idea. So it starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, what do you think about our India, especially? You know, our India is a very special country. We don't have a national language. We don't have a national sport. We don't have anything national. We don't have a state religion. Okay, let us keep that aside. Why? Because we are a secular country, which we support a secularism country. So why this situation arised? If you think very properly, the only situation we'll see is something which we say as proud. We think that it is a greatness of our country. Though it is the greatness of our country, at the same time it is a problem of our country, and that is diversity. Yes, we say that we have a unity in diversity. Why? Because we are like no other nation. Many nations, including the United States or the South Korea, Japan, Germany, France, or any other country for that instance, only has this kind of monolinguic or monoethnic countries. For example, take South Korea. They satisfy both of my criteria. They are monolinguist and also they are monoethnic. There are only ethnic Koreans. Ethnic Koreans are majority in that country. Take China, though it has so many languages, it is monoethnic. Why? Because Han Chinese represent about over 92% of entire population. But when it comes to India, there is no particular race. You know, an Afghani, if he comes and settles in India for 3 4 generations, if he had an Indian citizenship, he will be known as an Indian. A Pakistani, if he comes to India, it will. I think the government will never let that happen. But even if he comes and lives here and he gets the citizenship, then yeah, he is an Indian citizen. We really don't have any of that races. We don't have any of that races in our country. We don't have any single language in our country. Though I accept that Hindi and English are widely spoken. English, you can survive in the southern states with English. With Hindi, you can survive in all of the northern states except for some northeast and other remote isolated areas where they talk their own tribal languages. And also the same thing applies for English and to the South India. So, but these days the problem is coming from this diversity. Why? Because when we have diversity, we have many ideas, we have many visions. Tamils and Telugu people, Telugu just want to see their languages as national language. Why? Because Telugu is the most spoken Dravidian language in India. So yeah, so we represent a majority of the Dravidian speaking people. So let me now take comparison of the native speakers of Telugu with the native speakers of Korean. So the native speakers of Telugu are at 200,000 more than that of the native Korean people. So yeah, though Koreans, there will be many ethnic Koreans who speak English in the United States or in the New Zealand or in Australia or anywhere else for that matter. But you know what? There are many Telugu people too. So yeah, we have a more consideration of population in the world population. We have a more percentage of world population rather than Koreans. But because of their special country, they have their own country and they have their own race. So they just have a specified they have a specified development goals and they have a specified vision. But that makes our country great. Why? Because even though we have so many different races, and so many different cultures, languages, people, religions. But still, we are standing as one. We are fighting as one. So that is something which makes our country great. But also, we have some serious implications, serious problems on the same. So if you can see the same, or please do think about this. For example, take Korean. Using as you can see everywhere in Korea, or everywhere you can see in K dramas, or anywhere you can see about your celebrities, or if you're fans of the K-pop groups like BTS, Blackpink, Twice, and all of those. There is one thing in common. You can see that their phones use software which is specified and developed in Hangul, which is Korean alphabet, and also I think that it is also Korean language is referred as Hangul in Korean. I really don't know about that, but I'll talk about it later. But for now, for that, they have a own specified software program to write their own language. They have a code like to write to make programs, which we don't have. And also, in my state, which is the most concentrated Telugu speaking state or area in the whole world, we do see speaking Telugu or using phones with Telugu script or Telugu language on them is a uneducated or unliterate bias. That is something we have that collective mindset. Whoever reads English, whoever keeps his phone in English, whoever operating language is English, whoever can use phone with English alphabets on them is a bit educated, whereas those who use Telugu are uneducated. That is why we are becoming backwards. So the same applies. So take education for example. So now our honorable chief minister, though he is not honorable, Jagan Mohan Reddy, is doing something very, I think I say, degradable to the status of our language. He is trying to take off language from every other subject. So yeah, we have a large numbers of Telugu medium schools where the medium of instruction and teaching is wholly Telugu. So here there is one problem which arises. So after some 30 to 40 years, when everyone who is in the workforce, or for example for after some X number of years, when everyone in the workforce is only knows English, then automatically our state will become an English speaking state rather than a Telugu speaking state. And then, yeah, it helps us in surviving in other countries or in other states. But what about our own language? Really, this is something I want to know to every one of you who are sacrificing the languages to learn new ones. So there is only one thing I want to say. Learn new languages. I am learning. So I wish that you do the same. But learn without forgetting your own language. So I do make this language. I do make this show in English. Why? Because I am forced to do so. Why? Because unfortunately my Telugu is not such a renowned language, nor many people know or can learn it. No one has interest to learn it. If they have, I really appreciate that. But many people don't have that expression of learning or something. But English is something which is renowned globally because of the colonialism. We have to curse British for spreading the language. But because English is as difficult as hell. It has many languages, many loan words which have to be learned. It has 20, 50, 60, 100 different words for a single meaning. There are so many synonyms for a word. Then there are a number of antonyms. And antonyms change by, and also the alphabet of English, the Roman alphabet, to be exact, or the Latin alphabet, isn't great. In my script, which is known as Telugu script or Eastern Chola script, we write what we read, or we read what we write. So there is no problem of multi-pronunciation. Why? Because the word will be in the books. But for English, that's not the case. Even Hangul, which is the writing system, the writing Hangul is an inspiration from the Brahmi script, which is the father of scripts in India. So, what? Really, I thought this of starting as a trailer, but I'm making a whole episode out of it. So, please to listen to this. So, this is something, this is a part of what I'm talking about, the side effects of an diverse culture and diverse society. Though there are many pros than cons, but the cons are more affecting. Someday, yeah, I really appreciate the learning of English in our Indian education system. But because of this, I can talk to you, I can express my views via this media to you. If not, I really don't know how would I have learned English. So it is really great to learn English, but at the same time, I think that we are making unjust to our own mother tongue. So everyone who is Indian, who just sacrifices their language to learn Hindi or English, who just forgets his language and talks in English. So I have a cousin who is my, so we really don't say cousin, we really say that we are brothers. So he is some 10, sorry, I'm 18, so he's some 12 years old, and he really doesn't know how to even frame sentences in Telugu. I don't blame him. Why? Because he had grown in Bangalore, and his sister, who had grown in United States also, she's a very good Telugu speaker. I think that it may be something of why, because he lives, everyone in this new era lives with more with their friends rather than their parents. Even we did the same. As their friends don't speak his Telugu, he is forced and he is pushed to learn English. So English had become his first language rather than Telugu. So I'm afraid that every new generation kid will be the same. So it is something I have to think of. Diversity is bringing something new problems to our own existence and diversity. I'm afraid that our own diversity will swallow our diversity. So with that, I'm taking leave, and I really don't know when I'll be making next episode. So please do stay tuned to my social media accounts. So when I make a post or when I make a story, if I'm leisure enough to make a story, then think that I will be making an episode soon. So there is nothing I can say. Please do subscribe to my social handles. I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I have Facebook. Okay, don't take Facebook off that page. I have many other, Instagram, Twitter. Oh, sorry, there are many things I really can't say. I even have a dedicated account in Instagram for my podcast. So if you have any doubts or anything you want to share to me so that I can share it here, you can just DM me, or you can just send a voice message via Anchor. If you're listening in Anchor, just go to the page of my show and then ask to send a message, and then you can just record it and you can send to me, so that I could really think something, and I can really make that a great thing to do. So for now, I'm taking a break, but I'll be back soon. And thank you for listening to this. Be safe and be happy. That's the only thing I want to say. Why? Because as cases are surging in India, and almost it now, the thing I've been afraid is coming too soon. In some days, the affected population will come to 0.1%, which is a great, great, great deal. Why? Because 0.1% may not seem much, but seeing the transmission rates, and now that the virus can transfer through air, it is very dangerous to see. And if we come anywhere near to the 14 lakhs or 13 lakhs mark, then we are out. Why? Because 0.1% infection per population or per capita, or yeah, you're right, 1 in every 1,000 people will be now affected with the coronavirus, which is a very, really sad thing. So for now, I'm taking my break. So be happy and be safe. Stay at your home. If you really want to go out, please take your own measures. I really won't say much. Thank you.